Greetings, good things, and welcome back to the Plan and Story podcast hosted by myself, Carman Tyra. Through this work, we are trying to continue the storytelling traditions rooted and broadcasted here in the Muwekma Ohlone Bay Area so that people can maybe find intersections, diversions in these stories, but really just try to capture all there is that experienced in the very abundant world of arts and culture. And today, with a couple of tools, I have my planner. I scrolled through my phone to find photos so I can start a recap, really, a catch up time traveler's log going all the way back to March, which is kind of incredible to think that today, 2 months later, on May 25th, there has been at least like it's going to be like a 10-part catch up. So if you are just tuning in now, that is a great time. Because maybe you also haven't had a moment to stop and reflect because there's just been so much going on in the past 2 months, fill in your own period of time warp. But to get started, I just want to give a few special mentions to events that I was not able to make it to. Both of them were outside of San Jose. My friends are artists. My friends are all artists. It was the name of the show. Makes was in it, who is someone that I know from San Jose, and a bunch of other artists. It was at the Milk Bar in San Francisco, and the event hours were like 9 p.m. to like 4 a.m. It was some kind of like really crazy, awesome late night activity that I just was not able to make it out to. And same goes for Tinder, which was being hosted somewhere really beautiful in the Oakland Hills. Jonathan Borka, who is an incredible poet, friend, individual, and Esther Young, who is also another incredible poet, singer, songwriter, many things extraordinaire. So they were both hosting, or they were both a part of and playing at these events. There's the fear of missing out, which we're all very familiar with, and that's that anxiety of coming with things that you really want to go to, and you just don't want to, or you can't stretch yourself that thin to make it. So there is that little fear of like, oh, well, this happened and it's not going to happen again. But there's also the other flip side of that, where it's the joy of missing out, the joy of at least knowing that these things are happening and knowing that there's, hundreds, thousands, lots of people that are moving the culture wheel forward. So that gives me peace. Well, I was about to start to dive into March 25th, where I started out with Plant Cultura. They're holding a Mercado at the where Chromatic is off of Lincoln Avenue. It's like a whole awesome space, and it was really funny because the market itself kind of wrapped around into the hallways. And if you're like me, and maybe you've only been to Chromatic, maybe that's the only part of the building that you've been in, or maybe you've been in to Good Karma Bikes, or maybe you've only been into Hoppa's Brewing. But I totally did not realize how large this complex was in full. So it was really exciting to see these like corridors being activated when typically that's probably, just dead space that, some bathrooms or anything that takes you through there. There's some extra murals that are in the back. And it was really great to just have a reason to grab a coffee, say hello to some wonderful people. Um, Armando Bravo is the owner, the founder of Plant Kultura. I've had the pleasure of working with him through local color and the physical plant shop that he used to have. And now he's gone back to this pop-up style model, and it's really cool because he's also making opportunities for other people to vend. So there was some like thrift, There was some art. There was a little sweet bites to eat. Um, there is even Foxtail, which is operated by Felipe Bravo and his wife Wendy, soon to be wife Wendy. So it was a really beautiful, and I treated myself because I'm a proud plant mom still from some Plant Cultura plants. I have a money tree, which almost passed, but was able to be saved, a monstera, and finally assumed responsibility for a third plant child, and it's thriving. 2 months later, still doing good. Oh, I only remember the non-scientific name, two non-scientific names, which is both the prayer plant and something about like the fishbone, because the leaves have this really deep green with this like kind of fishbony spine veins on them. Super beautiful, breathing life even in this moment, giving a little fresh oxygen, cleaning out the air, so needed. And it was just a beautiful, quick hello, be able to support, spend money within the community, help that circular economy, and then headed over to support Together We Create and Elmer Kel and Whisper and all the wonderful individuals a part of that artist collective. And together, they are one of the 2023, apology, Creative Ambassadors, which is a city-led grant program. And the city of San Jose will provide a grant for one or multiple projects to be carried out throughout the city just to promote creativity. And they chose to do this first one called CAPS at the Latino Preparatory over in kind of Allen Rock area. Um, it was incredible. There were both professional artists like Daddy Margot, of course, like Alba, Tomas, Whisper. They were all painting their large panels. And then there, in addition to that, there were all of the student groups that were also painting and contributing, and it was so cool. The pieces that were being made. There was this one really beautiful kind of like woman birth the earth's kind of themed piece to give it a name. There was also a breakdancing competition, which was really awesome. It was like kind of like a wide range of ages that were dancing and doing these like old school, new school um, breakdancing moves, which was really epic. And the whole thing was, again, just that little like pump up boost of the world's going to be all right. The kids are all right. They're out here, they're participating, they're absorbing all of these like good lessons that art carries, that organizers carry, being exposed to different services. And it was just a wonderful afternoon. Definitely got to like dance a little bit. They had it's like a multi-story school. It was the event itself was outside of the courtyard, but the interior of the school looks awesome because there was like an upstairs balcony where the DJ was playing from, and so it was quite the vibe for the daytime. And ended the weekend being able to just step away from regular arts and culture for a bit and enjoy the art of nature out in Joseph D. Grant Park, which is a Santa Clara County state park. And it was beautiful. I got to play with my Mamiya medium format camera for the first time, and for the most part, really just unplug and celebrate what was going on. Just be present. Well, that is dusting off the cobwebs for part 1 of 10 for the Time Travelers Catch Up. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.